our perception quotient, or PQ, a type of intelligence fundamental to our survival. Central to the quotient is perceptual awareness, getting back in touch with and nurturing our abilities. The good news is that the senses are plastic, and PQ can be expanded. After immersing myself in the research and many first-person testimonies for this book, I've put together a roadmap with 10 clear steps to take. You can find that model with the handy acronym PERCEPTION in Chapter 14. I turn to people who can sense at superpower levels to show the way. One stunning example is Joy Milne, a retired nurse in Scotland, known for her ability to smell Parkinson's disease. She detected a change in her husband's odor 6 years before he was diagnosed with the devastating illness. Now researchers have found ways to use molecular biomarkers to detect the disease early on, which will allow doctors to intervene years before the worst symptoms set in. When I interviewed Milne, she revealed she's also able to smell COVID and is working with researchers on that incredible development. Milne's abilities were not recognized until later in her life when science caught up to these potentials. I'm sure there are more people like her waiting to be discovered, and more people who could become like her through awareness and training. The other senses are just as promising. In the case of vision, we're heading toward a day when human perception may unlock the ultimate secrets of the universe. Researchers recently proved that humans can detect a single photon of light with the unaided eye. The subjects in this study were not super seers, but 3 men with typical vision. One even wore contact lenses. Scientists are now working to discover if humans can see photons in superposition and entanglement. Will they see what has been theorized, or something else? We're on the brink of looking at the fabric of the cosmos. Now that we're finding out about our true sensory natures, what else is possible? Maybe humans will discover a new kind of physics and make an enormous leap forward in space travel. Maybe doctors will learn how to smell cancer at the earliest stages and treat patients immediately. More children may develop super abilities if their education is based on the latest research. And philosophically, by combining all these impressions and trusting them, maybe we will better understand who we are. But there are a couple of opposing dynamics at work. Even as we learn we have far more sensory ability than we realized, humanity is becoming ever more desensitized in a troubled world. And North Americans and Europeans are spending too much time, as much as 90% of our lives, indoors, cutting ourselves off from nature, which dulls our senses. This disconnect explains why we have been so wanton with the entire ecosystem and ourselves. As science advances and we find out how infinitesimal and fine the workings of our universe are, we must reconsider our place in it, our own bodies, and our own sensory apparatuses. Have we not evolved within this wondrous and subtle and, yes, quantum system? Research is proving that humans are not separate from the universe, standing outside and looking in. We are soft-tissue, high-tech beings within it, according to anthropologist William C. Bushell. Everyone, from the kindergartner to the trucker on a moonlit highway, has the potential to experience things on this level. In this book, I'll share the testimonies of study subjects and of folks outside of laboratory settings. I'll also share my own experiences as someone on the outer reaches of the senses. I am a synesthete and tetrachromat, super color seer, and a subject of related research. How did this day arrive? In part, the massive investment in virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and robotics created a golden research era by funding perceptual laboratories. According to Statista, worldwide spending on robotics research is expected to increase from $55.8 billion in 2021 to $91.8 billion by 2026. It is a two-way street. To create realistic experiences, researchers must measure human sensitivity with great precision.